Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
I'm chopping down a tree.
You're still playing RuneScape.
Yeah, I'll jump off after I chop down this tree and set the logs on fire.
That's fine, we still got to wait for the others to turn up.
True.
That is true.
Yeah, he starts at 8 o'clock and they'll turn up at 8.
Then we just chat shit for about 20 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm. And then play D&D where you guys completely derail what the DM had planned.
Yes.
Yay. Also, I'm thinking, dealing with Cuthbert the Enchanter, should I either be the angry customer like who complains, or do I try and trick him into giving like me the money back by putting on a clever disguise?
I don't know.
I think what you should do is you should storm in there and say, I demand to speak to your manager.
I demand to speak to the manager. Unless it's you, then in that case, I demand that you give me a refund.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just in a demonic voice. I am the manager. I have a bit of a cold, so it doesn't sound great, but still.
Actually sounded good.
Thank
Yes.
you.
But
Yeah.
I think Cuthbert's thing would have been like, a refund is a level 9 spell. I can only cast level 3s.
Listen here, you little shit. What you gave me was what you made me believe. No, this is false advertisement. I will sue you for everything you're worth if you. Yeah, just fucking die and have to make a new character at the end.
Yeah. By the way,
If no one's going to die, it'd be in an overly dramatic and pointless fashion.
yes. Also, Brian, I have to say one thing.
Go on.
I hate putting together RJ45 cables. It requires so much finger agility and finger strength.
It's great fun, isn't it?
Yes. Thank God we only need to put those together only once, and it's done. But during next sessions in school, we are going to go through the fiber.
Make sure you wear gloves, because fibre can be quite dangerous.
Yes. Definitely. Also, I'm going to event next summer.
Sweet.
At it was 9th of June when I'm going there as a VIP
Hmm.
to Rockfest.
Nice.
Yeah, there's Kiss and there's Def Leppard and many others.
I think I remember you mentioning this in
Ring Warriors, yes.
Ring Warriors. Yes.
I have a possibility that I run into Dom's dad there.
Nice. That'll be hilarious.
Yeah, it would be.
Hi, Dom's dad.
just give him a hug. It's going, your son is a horrible person. What did you do to him?
Person. How dare you?
I don't know, I didn't get a chance to watch Ring Warriors because unfortunately I'm playing other D&D sessions.
Oh, you should
Aw.
watch the VODs.
As someone asked me the other day, like, how do I have time for anything? I mean, I play D&D more than I do anything else. And even now, I'm struggling to think, although I do multitask. I mean, right now I'm playing the latest Pokemon.
Oh.
Where
So let's
is
go
the
Eevee
woodcutting?
or let's go Pikachu.
There's the
I went for
woodcutting.
Eevee because screw mainstream. I'm
Yes.
not having that little rat as my partner.
I'm actually I am going to go with Eevee as well.
I also went with Eevee for another reason. The moment I get a Ditto, I am running to the daycare centre.
Mm-hmm.
I'm depositing both Eevee and the Ditto, and then I won't be back there for several weeks.
Yeah. Also,
And until I have news of an egg, at which point then I will change them up.
yes. And there is also the funny thing that I have actually taken up editing videos.
Okay,
have
yeah. Carry on.
I have actually, I don't know a single person who is actually going to go with the Let's Go Pikachu. Everyone I know is going Let's Go Eevee.
I think it's one of two mindsets. First is the sort of mindset of, well, Pikachu is the mascot for the Pokemon series, so if I go for Pikachu, it's gonna play out like the anime series.
Yes.
And then you end up with the second lot, who have the same brain set as me of, well, Eevee has like tons of evolutions.
Yes.
I get-
Evolutions.
Yeah, it's kind of the whole point of the name. So if I take Eevee as my partner, I don't have to worry about trading or trying to catch one. I already have one.
Yes.
Get a Ditto, daycare, eggs hatch, more Dittos. More Dittos means, more Eevees rather means I get all the evolutions, and I can have a team of evolutions.
Yes.
Elite Four then becomes a walk in the park.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I just remembered one thing.
Hmm?
We did level up last week, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
I need to take care of that level up now that we aren't playing yet.
Indeed. Hit points are kind of the priority. Everything else for Rogue has already been done by Roll20.
Oh, sweet.
You have the evasion feature,
Yes.
which means now nobody has to worry about fireballs going off randomly and potentially killing you.
Yes. I can be one-man army.
A one-man dodge
Jesus.
machine.
Yes. So, do I just need to roll?
You can either roll your d8 plus your con, or you can take the flat rate, which is 5 plus your con.
I'm going to roll because last week, when we were playing Ring Warriors, I got the 11 plus 3 from D12 roll.
I'll go and then roll that d8.
Wait.
D8.
I guess I could cut down more
2.
trees.
Congratulations, you now have 44 HP.
Yes.
Actually, how much hit points does
Oh.
Neil have?
Damn, I actually forgot to add the multiplier there. Not the multiplier, I mean the
Modifier.
The modifier.
modifier. Yes.
Yep,
I
don't worry.
have. Yeah. I have 58 hit points. I'm a tanky warlock.
Yeah, I have 44.
Jeez.
You could still have tons of hit points and be a decent tank. Job is a simple one. You are a bullet sponge.
Although saying that my AC isn't great, but at least it's not terrible.
How much is your AC?
My AC, I believe, is 15 because of the lovely arm.
Indeed.
Oh,
It is
oh
15.
god, my AC is 16.
Yeah, AC from highest to lowest is Siren Vitoir at 16, Nil and Daria at 15, and then Marlon's at 13, but Marlon's could, I think it's going to be 15 if he uses Mage Armor.
Yeah. Dom's gonna be late.
Everyone's going to be late.
Yes, and my stream is already rolling.
I
but
know,
we-
mine's been going for the past 15 minutes. It's going to be a good stream.
Yes, it is. Just
Yeah.
everybody has to wait the rest of the players to show up.
Yeah.
That's fine. We could talk other things.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
So for those watching at home, because I haven't posted up much elsewhere. Come with me to the camera. On my wall, there it is in frame for you all. I've been doing the world map for the whole campaign and the homebrew setting.
Also, I'm going to do one thing. I'm finding here one certain Twitch channel.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is.
Is it our amazing channel?
And
Silence says it all. Kill Betois. I mean, what?
oh wow.
I'm sorry.
Nah.
I guess
don't
I'm
worry
just a
about
little salty from last week.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm because I'm thinking that I could do a thing like this.
Why, thank you, Sir Foxy.
You
No
gave
worries.
him bits.
No, he has done much better. He has subscribed.
Mm.
Welcome to the Gaming Addicts. Pull up a chair and grab a coffee.
Thank you.
Also, I was.
I'll admit that's
yeah,
a really weird thing to say now. I need to work on that.
Yeah.
I'm not quite good like Kibler saying welcome to the Dragon Army.
I was gonna say, like, I listened back to like what happened last week, and I feel like, was that Freudian slip with the being a victim of circumstance, like, I mean, because I felt it would have sounded better if I said Zyron rather than myself, but saying that, it's like well, I mean, to be fair, that is how Nil is feeling right now. He's just fed up of, like, people... No, he's just fed up of being a victim of circumstances and people just sort of dicking innocent people over. Sort of thing. I don't know. I mean, yeah, sorry. I was
Yeah.
just, like, thinking...
You went
Out loud.
off on your own little world there.
And actually,
Yeah, well...
go ahead, Dash.
No, I was just saying, like, it was kind of an interesting observation from myself how I think I slipped from, like, sort of Zyron's name to, like, saying I didn't ask for all this shit to happen. Like, and I'm like, Freudian slip? Or was that intentional?
Well, a Freudian slip is saying one thing when you mean a mother.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it was more or less like the same kind of thing as in saying,
Give
like,
it a
we
minute.
never asked for all this shit to happen.
Also, there you go.
Why? Why
did
so
you
many
do?
graves? What did you do?
What? I beg your pardon, what?
The funny thing is, like, the chat, like, the amount of graves is about right for Betois' kill count.
How
Yes.
many graves?
10 graves, I believe.
Yes.
Jeez.
10 graves.
He's also this week's top cheerer. You got some work to do, Tashi.
Well, I'll get to it when
When I have some money.
I have money. Yes.
And I also mentioned you to, I think it was last week's game of Fumbles and Fortunes. But or was it Ring Warriors? I mentioned you about those Carmelis drops.
The what now?
Carmelis drops.
Cards?
It must have been at Ring
highly-
Warriors, because I have no memory
Yeah.
of that at all.
Yeah, I highly recommend getting these. They are like herb drops you can put to your tea, or you can drink it with water. It helps with colds and things like that. That's why I stay so healthy.
Okay, because I don't remember you saying this either.
It might have been in the heat of the game.
I don't know. Like, I would have remembered something like this, and I usually remember a lot. Like, Brian knows this, because, yeah, sometimes my memory is terrifyingly good.
It's handy, because I forget to take notes on things.
How...
There was...
It's a dom!
It's a dom!
I feel confident, well, more confident
Oh.
starting now, because 3 of the 5 members of the party are here.
And Tashi, actually, Tanny remembers saying
Well,
about it.
Well, there you go. Hello!
Hello.
Oh my god, everyone's now turning up. I can now torture you all.
Why would you
Oh,
do this, Brian?
just remember, every time I get a kill, you
You're
get
gonna
one more
cheer a
grave.
bit.
Yes. You are gonna get one more grave to your chat.
Can make it now a monthly thing. Just how many graves am I going to get in chat this week?
Yeah.
If only I was that pro and that good at like cheesy kills in things like Overwatch and
And,
Hearthstone. I was trying to think of other
yeah.
things where I end up killing a lot.
huh.
Or dying a lot, rather. I tend to lose a lot more games of Hearthstone than I win.
Still, oh, there's also this, like, trading card, well, I say trading card game. It's like a card game that's, like, recently come out. It's, Keystone? Keystone? No? Just me?
Yep. Hello, Rhino DM.
Yeah, it's sort of recently come out. So, yeah, the good thing about Keystone is that the decks, like, you don't have to build your decks because the decks are more or less built for you. And essentially they have, like, really random, like, names. Like, one of the decks I have is called Wiltshire, the, Actually, I have one of the boxes here, so I can show you the examples of the names that I have.
Oh my god, the sound just went way clearer for a second then.
Oh, yay!
I
Wiltshire,
actually stood up and took notice.
yeah, Wiltshire, the Acropolis Archmage,
Wow.
is one of them. I have 2 others here. I'm just gonna. What is it? Okay, the Everlasting of Tempo World. And where is the front cover of the other name? The Governor that rends law. Like, they have, like, unique names, sort of thing, like, just really random, unique names. Excuse me.
Well,
And essentially, yeah.
it's funny really, because Hearthstone's done a similar thing lately in the current expansion. You can get a legendary card. I've forgotten the name of it now. It's gone right out of my head. But basically, you can only ever have that card in your deck. But it gives you a random deck at the start of the game.
Ooh.
So you never know what you're going to get. When you've done the game though, Hearthstone turns around and goes, oh hey, you've just played this new deck creation. Would you like to have it in your autofill?
Sweet.
So yeah, for those wondering,
But-
Tom will be popping in and out as he tries to fix his sound.
Yeah, and essentially, each deck that's made is made out of 3 out of the 7 houses that, like, exist in that particular game. And each house is sort of, like, specializes in, like, bits and pieces. So, for example, you have Shadow, which specializes in stealing amber off your opponent's and Grobnar, which specializes in more kind of like the barbarian of the houses. So a lot of attack damage, with the odd sort of like, if this happens, your opponent loses 2 amber or whatever. Yeah, and it's simple to pick up, and yesterday I took part in a Keystone sort of tournament. It was an informal like kind of thing, but out of 10 people that took part, including myself, I came 6th.
Pretty nice.
So considering it was my second proper time at playing this particular game, I didn't do too bad. I mean, yeah.
And as I dropped a link to the Discord to those drops.
Yeah.
I'd much rather go for like hot drinks constantly.
That is actually good. That can be mixed into a hot drink, like tea and things like that. I wouldn't recommend mix it in coffee though.
No,
Coffee sucks.
I'd imagine it'd be quite a strong thing.
Yes.
Alright. Anyway, shall we begin tonight's session of D&D?
Yes.
I know Tom's dropping in and out, but hopefully everyone's all queued in on the massive text shop that's been dropped into the campaign forum the other day.
Yeah.
Yes.
So welcome everybody to Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes, a D&D show where we sit around, roll some dice, have some good fun role-playing and what have you. So first things first, a little housekeeping. What do people think of the new map?
Ooh. New map.
Yeah, look at Roll20. I've updated
Yes!
the map. Everywhere's now
I
named.
literally just noticed it, and it's so beautiful, and it's like...
It's amazing. Also, just realised how lazy my naming is. There are 2 barrows.
Barrow.
Yeah, there's Barrow Bury in the west on the river, and then there's Barrow Hum where you guys all started from.
Huh.
And I recognize one place in particular, which is kinda... I notice it might be from Red Dead Redemption.
What might that be? Because I haven't played the latest Red Dead.
Roads.
Oh, that was there for ages.
Oh, nice.
It was when you guys were looking for new allies, you decided to go north instead of south.
Yeah.
Rhodes is your newest possible city besides Hillside.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a quick recap for those at home and what have you. So our wonderful band, who are calling themselves the Burning Soul, have been tasked by the city of Embermine and its general I've forgotten his bleeding name.
What is Whitaker? Is it? General Whitaker, I think.
Where is it? I even had it as well.
I know
no,
the game
in
with
front
a
of me.
W.
Captain Walker, that was it.
Oh, Walker. Okay.
Captain Walker.
I knew it was something. Like that.
Yeah, to gather allies in the current war and escalations between Valencia and everyone else.
Yes.
So with that in mind, you set out west for Ruthin, met with Lord Anfomar, who is the leader there, who didn't want to do any negotiations until you dealt with some dwarves over by Garthholm. You got pulled into a bit of a dragon hunt, found some of the Prime Dragon's descendants, who nearly killed you all, but you nearly killed him. He ran off on a slither of hit points and flew off to God knows where.
I'm still annoyed by that.
Oh, and also I had my internet troubles back then.
Yep. Well, that was the week before. The last week thing, you had your internet troubles, you guys came back, you had a bit of a discussion with Anvilmar and some elves that you had met some nights before on the road, and they turned out to be from the Royal Guard of the Elven people who are actually aiding Valencia in their war, and were doing a similar job to you, basically, grabbing allies for Valencia to try and secure some footholds or protect the flanks. In this case, if they grab Ruthin, Embermine won't make a move because it's got to then fight on two fronts, which it won't do. But anyway, after a bit of a skill challenge, you guys succeeded, and you were given a letter of approval from Lord Anvilmar to take back to Embermine at first possible opportunity. In the meantime, Neil went off and did a bit of shopping, came across a wizard named Cuthbert, whose front door knocker is actually sentient, and you were given a bag of devouring, only to find that out as soon as you put your staff of withering in.
Which has now become a wand.
Yep.
Of
A
withering.
wand of withering which has a 50% chance of exploding.
An 80% chance of exploding.
50.
Oh, 50. Oh, well. Alright then.
He
And,
says he's now just made a dice out of blue tack with one hand. I feel rather proud of this. So yeah, when we caught you guys, you had arrived at Lord Cuthbert's. Not Lord, he's just Cuthbert.
I was going to say Cuthbert.
His door knocker greeted you all and has gone, oh, friends! Didn't say anything about friends.
Yes, well, I thought since Cuthbert has such wonderful produce in his shop, I thought, why not bring some friends so they can kind of see his wares for themselves.
Well, I'm sure the master would appreciate all the extra company, but I'm afraid he doesn't want anyone in right now. He's working on something.
Oh, really? And what is it that he's working on right now?
Stuff he doesn't want me to tell you.
Of course. Well, I probably should have done this earlier, like I would like to. I'm thinking minor illusion. Would that work? Yeah, I would like to cast minor illusion.
Mm-hmm.
And to make it look as though there's some kind of ID kind of document per se about being an official on trading standards.
Oh, okay. This could be
and
fun.
I go, well, you see, I am a trading standards official, and I've more or less been undercover at this very store, and needless to and I've only just come to ask a few questions to Cuthbert and about a few tip-offs that I've received from anonymous individuals.
All right then, since you asked so nicely, can I just see some identification first?
Yeah, sure. And I sort of show the bit of fake identification to the doorknob.
Okay, go ahead and just click on minor illusion so people watching can see what minor illusion actually does and everything else.
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of them do, but it's just nice to know. And what's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC, if I have a look-see, because I think it's something different, 15.
The door handle, like, you can throw it squints for a second, I don't think that's legal documentation.
I think you'll find that it is.
No, that's a magical thing.
Well, I mean, it's magical as in it's bound by the magic from the trading standards headquarters, but yeah, I really do need to gain entry into this establishment.
Darling, you don't understand. I mean, that is magical. You just made it right now. It's completely fake.
Now look here. Now look here. I've been very polite. I've been very polite with you from the very beginning, and I really do not want to use force to gain entry, especially with my associates. I look to everyone else, hoping that they just play along.
And you can surely count on that Betois is actually playing along.
Oh, you can huff and puff as much as you like, you half-orc darling you. I'm not opening the door for you. Don't know why, I really like doing the Mad Hatter voice.
I don't know. Maybe.
At this point, Betois actually takes Neil from the shoulder and says, "Can I handle this?"
Because it's a door handle or door knocker.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to give any of you the satisfaction.
I'm actually going to use Thieves' Cant, and I want to discuss with the door handle as privately as possible.
By all means, go for it.
Okay, as you speak Thieves' Cant to it, I don't know how you deal with Thieves' Cant. I always see it as like Cockney rhyming slang.
I'm actually trying to use Thieves' Cant.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, the way Thieves' Cant kind of works is it's all codes and double meanings.
Yes.
It's not like a secret language like Sylvan or Druidic.
Yeah. I'm kind of making different hand gestures and kind of hiding a little bit, using a couple entendres to convey the message.
Okay then, go ahead and make a persuasion check, because this doorknob's not an idiot.
Doorknob is not.
No, she's singing a song. Just so scary,
Okay,
wasn't it?
so persuasion.
Yep.
Come on.
Hi, Christy.
Oh,
I mean, that's not too bad.
yeah, it's not.
The gargoyle face looks at you and like looks at its fingers and realizes that it can't gesture back to you in sign language, just has to go out and say going, "Alright, but you better show me a good time afterwards."
Okay.
And with that, it now reveals onto you Cuthbert's home.
Wow. Oh, so has it let us in?
It has indeed.
Good one, Betois.
Yes.
Let me
Thank
do
you
the
very kindly. I knew you'd understand.
polygon reveal there for you.
Okay.
Sweet.
Alright then. So, beyond lies a simple corridor which begins now and then widens a little bit. Nil, for you, this has actually changed from the last time you were here. You can call it retconning, you can call it magic, call it what you will.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it was magic. Like, we're in D&D, what did I expect?
And beyond like this widening corridor, it goes on for quite a while. You can see this set of stairs going up, and you can see an opening just off to the right, and beyond you can hear Cuthbert going, hang on a minute, I'm just doing some work. And Chrissy, I think your microphone's jammed on. So, what do you guys wish to do?
I
say.
Yeah. I could be one going first and checking for traps, which would be kind of invisible for persons who aren't being of my persuasion.
Okay.
Go ahead then and make a perception check for me.
Yes, I shall.
Natural 1. Done.
Hey.
I've lost my powers to control the dice.
Yes.
Alright. Betoir, beyond in the corridor, you see no signs of any traps, you know, no pinholes, no buzzsaws or anything like that. Although you do see faint scratches on the floor and on the walls.
While we are continuing our way down,
And also, whilst I think about it, I shall put everyone on the board.
Yes, I advise everyone to be cautious, as there are faint claw marks and stuff like that on the floor and walls.
So, was that I only caught half of it?
I'm telling everyone else that I'm going first, and that they need to be careful while they are following me, because there are faint claw marks on the walls and the floor.
Okay. Oh man. Why would there be claw marks in a place where this? Why would there be claw marks in like a magic shop place thing?
Because this is not a normal magic shop.
Yeah, that is a very good point actually. I mean, it is a magic shop after all.
Yes, and also, if I got us in with my training, there might be something more sinister on foot.
This is very true. Alright, I suppose we better keep our guard up.
Okay, as you guys said out there and discussed from beyond, you hear Cuthbert yelling, Greg, have you let someone in? I thought I told you I wasn't to be disturbed. Bloody demon.
Oh. So I'm just gonna click on the thing. So I might have something. Oh, I don't think I took that. Damn it! Oh well. Never mind. Okay, carry on.
Well, the board is open to you all. What do you wish to do?
Shall we try and impersonate whatever the guy's name is? I mean, it probably wouldn't work, but it's certainly worth a try.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who would actually be the best at impersonating this guy?
Greg, for Christ's sake, let them in or don't. You're letting in a terrible draft. You're setting off my experiments.
Yeah, sorry, sir.
Who are we trying to impersonate?
Greg the door knocker. If you've read Discworld and more, you know exactly what I based this off. But that's what's been going on. You managed to persuade a door knocker to let you into Cuthbert's magical emporium. Currently, the door lays open, and Betoit has noticed some odd scratchings on the floor and the walls.
And also,
Test.
Hey, Tom's back.
hey, Tom. And I'm going first because we got in because of my thieves' cant, and I feel like this isn't a normal magic shop.
Honestly, it's like you guys don't trust me at all.
Why would that be? I don't know, maybe I remind you of that mimic? Which almost bit my hand off.
Anyway, so move within your squares if you wish to enter the building. Cuthbert's now starting to sound rather pissed off with the fact that the door's open. Ah, Benoit, hold yourself there. I need you to make for me, please, a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
As for some reason I clicked on the wrong thing. So now my Discord window is different. There we go.
Dexterity saving throw.
Indeed. Aren't you glad you have evasion now?
I don't need evasion.
Well, the whole point of evasion is like if you fail, you still take half. If you succeed, you take none.
Yes.
So luckily, you take no damage. So 2 squares in front of you, which I shall now highlight by this handy blue box, like so. Suddenly arc across with lightning, and it remains up for quite some time.
And this is why I said it's wise if I go first.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, it's people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, as it goes off, it lets off a thunderous crack, a rumble of thunder, and then just beyond you hear Cuthbert go, "Shit! Shit! They've come for me! Steve, wake up!"
Okay. So I'm guessing he didn't believe that one of us was Greg.
Nope.
Well, darn. Well, then that's that plan out of the window. Okay, so there's a crackle of lightning there.
In that wonderful blue box.
And there's like runes and stuff.
Indeed, you now realise that the runes, well, the scratchings that are on the floors and the walls, are actually runes that had a lightning cage prepared.
Alright. I have some. Well, unless anyone else has Dispel Magic, I have it prepared. So.
I think you are free to do so.
Okay.
Indeed, to my knowledge, you're the only one.
Alright then, I cast Dispel Magic.
Alright then. Okay, I need you to do a charisma check for me.
Oh god, does this mean I'm gonna be like freaking possessed or something?
No.
Fuck!
Oh, damn.
Okay, as you go to cast Dispel Magic, and you sit there for a second and realise that this is a bit higher than you were expecting, try and focus, and you lose the focus. You have not dispelled the lightning wall.
Right, I try and dispel the frickin' wall again. We're going to get past this bloody wall!
Make another charisma check for me. Sadly, hang on a second, just double check. Yep, that time you actually succeed.
Woo!
So I'm trying to adjust the thing we have set up for Discord. So people can see what's going on.
Okay, now I can only use cantrips, so, yeah.
There we go.
Unless we take a short rest, but you know what? I'm fine with this.
Yeah. So, anyway, back to the game at hand. The lightning wall then disperses, and you hear Cuthbert going, no. Do it. Half-orc boy, please go away.
Not until I get my refund for the bag of destroying shit, you little grease stain, you. Oh yeah, that's real intimidating. Good job, Nil. Good job.
No refunds.
I will get my refund one way or another. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll let you guys carry on.
Alright. So there's like a thing going off to the right?
Yep, there is an opening just up here to the right for you.
Now, if we've learned anything from our fun times in the pyramid where we almost died, usually the owner in charge of various places would be either at the top floor, or if there's like a basement, probably the deepest, darkest parts of any establishment they have owned.
That is very true.
So, the question is, where is he likely to be?
Well, that's a question for you all to try and answer.
Thank you, ominous voice of disembodiment.
I am actually going to continue down here.
Okay, move yourself in your square, please.
I would go there.
Right, hold yourself there, sir. I need you now to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh, crap.
Oh god.
Why is actually someone do a perception check down this corridor, seeing that you just keep hitting every single trap?
He did. It was just like, oh, old scratchings. Didn't know there were magical traps. And that, my dear sir, is a fail.
Damn. Well, it was unlucky 13.
And you take 10 points of poison damage.
So, evasion doesn't work?
No, evasion's only for dexterity saving throws.
Oh, yeah.
So you become very good at dodging lightning and fireball.
Ooh.
Anyway, as you step into this next ring of arcane scratchings which you didn't notice before, you're then caught in a massive cloud of green poisonous smoke. Your lungs fill, you can feel it burning deep inside, and you take 10 points and the circle is dismissed. And
So-
beyond, you can see as your vision begins to clear.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like Cuthbert over here somewhere seems to be ducking down behind his desk going, I said go away!
So if I tried stepping into this box there, would I have to make a Constitution saving throw?
No, it is dismissed automatically.
Okay.
It was a one-time trigger.
I would like to slowly approach this guy and blocking this doorway and be like, look, I really don't want to hurt... If you are this Cuthbert, I really, really don't want to hurt you. But what you gave to me was completely the opposite to what you were telling me. And, like, I don't appreciate liars. Nor do I appreciate con men. So, we could do this the easy way, and you could just refund me the 200 gold pieces that I paid for this bag, and, like, we'll just leave you in peace and speak no more of this incident. Or, we could do this the hard way, and we can think of as many creative ways to...
Neil, I would like you to make a charisma saving throw. He's on mid-speech.
Screw you.
Done! Okay, I'm going to need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Right, looks like you're choosing the hard way. I see how it is. There.
Oh, he doesn't get much of an initiative. It's only a straight D20.
Oh wow.
Hey!
Gosh darn it.
Yes!
And I've already used up 2 spell slots, damn it. But I have other things up my sleeve, so...
Up your arm, you mean? No.
Yeah. My arm. Meh. No, never mind. Should have really cast False Life before even entering this thing. Oh well.
I'd really hope someone else was going to walk in first, though, and take that.
See, I'm not even in game yet.
well.
Let's see.
Question: what the fuck's been going on?
Yeah, I have no clue. Suddenly we're fighting. I vaguely remember we're going into a shop.
Yeah, you guys had made it to the shop, and you, when you arrived there, the gargoyle doorknob was talking to you and like, no, sorry, no one's allowed in. Cuthbert's working on something and he's not permitting anyone in. Neil got very insistent and got turned away. Betoit then did a little bit of these can't hand gesturing, convinced the door to open, at which point Betoit then walks in, got dodged a lightning trap, got hit by a poisonous cloud trap. Neil stormed on in, demanded some sort of repayment and a refund, only to be hit by a banishment spell and for Neil to make the save.
Ooh, ouch.
So Neil does not go anywhere. Darn.
Haha.
Fully intended to banish Neil from this reality.
And then you meet my new character. I mean, what?
What new character? We haven't discussed this.
Well.
I'm very tempted to
No,
swap
well,
characters.
I mean, there's every possibility. I'm not saying that. Then maybe. Who knows?
I mean,
But anyway,
I have
carry
an
on.
idea for a new character, so...
Alright, we shall wait for Marlon to roll his initiative.
Roll, there you go.
Awesome.
Oh wow.
Put everyone in order. Sweet, Cuthbert gets to go first.
Oh.
There we go, we'll move Dario in as well. So everybody's in.
Except Zyron, because
Yeah, Zyron's going to sit outside and just play this awesome battle music. Okay, what can he do from where he is? He is now in this eternal problem. How big's the 20-foot rate? Oh, actually, that would work.
Fireball. Here comes a fireball.
How did you know? I'm going to need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, goody. Fail.
Rolling.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
Am I
Oh, no.
Oh wow.
Oh, no.
everybody's dead, and well,
nah,
that was a good
not from a
campaign.
fireball like that. Could have been far, far worse.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So everybody takes 29 points of fire damage, except for Betois, who manages to ninja his way out and only takes 14 points of fire. See, everyone says and goes, "Oh, evasion is pretty much useless." No, evasion is great. This is why it was
It's
great.
That's why I love rogues. That's why I love being rogue.
Hey, I have 8 hit points.
Should have more than that, surely.
No, my max health's 37.
I know what's going wrong. Your card on my screen hasn't updated. It still says you have 26, but it's my brain's like, hang on, wait.
Wait a minute.
Alrighty then. But that's all poor little Cuthbert can do. Marlon, this is your go. You may retaliate with your own fireballs if you so choose. And
Maybe.
yours are much deadlier.
That's why page loads. It's taking forever.
He's keeping us in suspenders.
Yes.
Keeping you in suspenders is a level 9 spell.
So also, it's not 9 o'clock yet, so we can't really show that part.
Aww.
Some suspenders and a bra.
I'm not a lumberjack. I'm a wizard. Look, I have a hat that says wizard and everything.
Oh, wizard!
Oh, wow.
No, I don't care.
Okay. Dex save. Well, I have nothing in Dex.
What?
I'm happy with that.
What?
Why can't I edit your HP there, Cuthbert? So he takes 12 points of fire damage. Gets caught in the explosion. Is like, I'm sorry. There was just a business transaction gone wrong, but no refunds, especially not to violent customers. You wish to do anything else on your turn, Marlon?
No. No.
Okay then. Neil, it is your go.
Right. Oh god, I can't even cast Hex because it's a first level spell. Right. Okay. In that case then, let me do a little bit of a measurement real quick. Okay. Alright then. I mean, I don't really want to get that close to him, but now it's gonna run over here, like around the table. So 1, 2. Okay.
Yes.
And so if he does try to run away from like my side, then I'll be like, huh, nope. And I'm going to do Fey Presence. And in this wizard's mind, like, he sees the pink sparkly background, and you just see tears pricking from the corners of his animu eyes. Well, I say animu eye because he has one eye, and but the metal on his other eye like seems to have this kind of almost sheen to it, sort of thing. And Neil pretty much looks to him with like a cutesy sort of face and goes, like, please, sir. Please, sir, I was really happy that you gave me the bag, thinking that it was a very useful item. And it really hurt the way that you deceived me and tricked me into buying something that ate my staff of withering, and now it's just a wand. And
for fuck's sake.
if you could just give us the refund and we won't bother you again, okay?
I'm sorry, my dear, but I don't give out refunds. It's a strict business policy. No refunds. But I'll let you have another bag of holding for free.
I would like to insight check that shit.
Go for it.
Yeah.
He is being honest with you, as far as you can tell. He's been persuaded by your animu eyes, ignoring the fact that he got fireballed mere moments ago by Dragonborn.
And you then in that case, then you wouldn't mind testing it out for us to make sure that it actually is the bag of holding rather than another bag of devouring.
And
I love how.
I do apologize. Just, do you have the bag I gave you earlier?
Yes, I do, and I love how like Neil's voice just goes so high pitched in this frickin' thing, and just sort of like, sort of shyly hands him like the bag of devouring, like with sort of his sort of prosthetic hand like tucked underneath his chin like a shy schoolgirl.
Anyway, he takes the bag of devouring from you. He goes, look, it's a really simple thing. And he grabs both sides of the opening and like folds it inside out.
No!
Fully turns it inside out, puts the flat pack open. There you go. It's a bag of holding.
Wait a minute. Like, me as a player feels as though something's not right.
You as a player should feel fine.
I want to what do I need to do to check that shit?
It'd be an inside check. Tom's just screaming at you, put your arm in!
Yeah.
Put your arm in!
Not me screaming at Snails, but just more force the guy who sold it.
But he did some really shifty shit with his hands, so maybe he should put something else in it. Like maybe something from the table.
I was actually thinking that we could try to tackle him and it would fall on his head.
Oh god, no! No! Like, I knew you were going down this road, but no!
I'm suggesting not his head. How about his dick?
Oh god!
Damn.
I don't know how worse that would be.
Let's face it, at least he'll still be alive compared to his head.
True.
I like this.
So-
I just feed you guys ammunition, you just let it go. Wind up toys.
So, what does my insight check say?
Your insight tells you. There you go, just moving something off my desk. That, he's not lying to you, he's actually being quite honest. And you can generally see, like, it's a bag of holding, at least in design.
I would like to drop something from that guy's desk into the bag. Like, and then have him take it out of the bag. No, actually, no, I don't want him taking it out of the bag because for all I know, he could be very shifty with his hands.
Yeah, sorry, that easy way to is just to see what random thing you'd pull and throw in.
What is on the desk? Just out of interest.
On the desk with all the scrolls on it on the map is a whole collection of old bits and bobs. He's got like arrowheads that he's been enchanting. He's got a couple of wands which are currently stuck in like a pencil holder that seem to be glowing off with some residue arcane energy. And the table itself is covered in scrolls and bits of parchment with incantations and circles scribbled all over them. If you don't believe me that this is a genuine bag of holding, I can show you if you like. Opens the bag, holds his arm in all the way up to the shoulder for like a good 5-10 minutes.
And pulls out his middle finger.
No, just sits there with it, hanging in midair. What's that? See? Not biting me. Not trying to eat me.
I would like to put my prosthetic arm in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, actually, I would like to drop one of the wands into the bag. No, actually, no. What have I got in my inventory that I can drop in? Sorry about this, guys. I'm going to drop in... Oh, shit. Don't really have any. I'm going to drop in a copper piece. And I'm going... Using my prosthetic arm, I'm going to take it out. Well, attempt to take it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just bracing myself for a roll for a dexterity check. Or saving throw.
And nothing happens.
And I get the coin out.
Yep.
Alright. Is everyone else happy that this is a bag of holding?
I'm happy that it's a bag of holding, but I'm not happy that the person has been swifty with our party.
Oh. Alright. Here's the deal. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But if this bag does anything to harm us in any shape or form, even if it's just a little scratch, you will be hearing from us again.
And I'm not gonna be so nice about it next time.
Yeah, because Betoir is, whew, like, you don't want to mess with the cat.
This cat has more than claws.
Makes you feel a bit better, I suppose I could read you your fortune.
Okay.
No, just a small thing.
And all of a sudden, fireball to the face. I mean, what?
By myself as a means of apology.
Like, is this for all of us, or is this for, like, one person at least?
No, all of you. All of you get one fortune, absolutely free.
Alright. Alright. I'm interested.
What about the rest of your compatriots? Anybody else like to have their fortunes told?
Sure.
I don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay then. So who would like to be first?
Don't jump in all at once, guys.
Yeah, don't all dive into a free hint as to what the DM has planned.
Well, you're leading, so it might as well be you.
Alright, fine. I'll go first.
Okay, hang on a second. Just want to make me notes. Alright then, Neil.
Oh god.
For you, he takes you over to a much clearer desk, one of these ones down here, south of the map.
Mm.
And he pulls out from his robe a deck of cards, shuffles them,
Oh no.
asks you to, could you just draw me 3 cards?
I want to insight check that shit. I want to
Yes.
insight check that shit.
Yes, the DM has given a random wizard NPC the deck of many things. Yeah, a potential campaign under
Because I
held by
never
the
used it
NPC.
last time.
Like. Oh no, I really don't.
Yeah,
want to
you
do
don't find this trustworthy. Like, considering everything else that he's done, you are immediately skeptical.
If I draw these 3 cards,
Whoops. Go on.
Yeah.
Sorry, I clicked on something and it opened up the page.
yeah. If I draw these 3 cards, like nothing sudden will happen to me. Like I don't know, my soul being devoured, or me dying in any way, or
As far as you
Something
know,
else.
he likes to play tricks on you and things that are not necessarily underhanded, but double-meaned. So, yes, you had a bag of holding, just a bag of devouring can eat what's put inside.
I'd like him to show me the cards so that I know I'm not like gonna screw this up.
He shows you the cards, and they
What
are
did-
genuine, actual tarot cards. They are not the deck of many things cards.
Okay, so there's no like sort of throne or gem or death or
Nope.
anything like that. Just tarot cards.
Well, yeah, there were thrones and gems in that in tarot cards, but they're not like the magical ones that might kill you, give you a wish.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I will draw 3 cards.
Okay. then. You draw the 3 cards, and he, murmurs over your past, and it's a terrible thing to have happened. Murmurs over your present. And, again, it's not all going well for you, is it? Then looks at your future. And glazes his eyes over for a second. He looks at the card and looks over to you. This glazed look as if he's in a deep trance.
I'm inciting the hell of that shit to see whether it's like genuine.
It is genuine. He is genuinely in a trance and about to tell your fortune. That your future sits at a crossroads. It's still not fully written. You can have all you ever wanted, but you'll be left hollow inside, or you'll give up everything and find yourself in spiritual bliss. And then he snaps to and goes, "Oh, it's been a while since that's happened. Didn't sound all demonic or anything when I said your fortune, did I?"
Well, I was gonna ask whether I could test him to see whether he actually knew what happened, like with the past and the present sort of thing.
Well, I didn't want to say too much in case I got A, something wrong, or B, something you didn't want revealed.
I mean, it's down to you really, like, because I'm intrigued.
Well, again, the past stuff is like what happened with Barrowhome and the Orcs and all the rest of it, and then the present was basically your arm and your eye.
Well, I mean, the arm and the eye are a big duh, but there we go. So I'm at a crossroads. I could either have everything I wanted but feel hollow inside, or give up everything and live in spiritual bliss.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that seems very I mean, what you said just then feels, I suppose, generalized, but...
Take it as Nil would take it.
No. I'm saying this is nil. Sorry, I should have specified. I mean...
Well, there's your free fortune. I can't make changes or guarantees.
Well... Fair enough.
Who's next to have their fortune read then? Who feels brave as he takes the 3 cards that were drawn for you and puts them back in the deck and shuffles them?
I'll go next.
Okay. Go ahead.
So Marlon.
Bubbles over, as I've only got like 8 points.
It's all downhill for you, Sunshine. Just gets steadily worse.
Oh no.
You thought Marlon had it bad, Nil had it bad, you're about to have it much worse. Gonna have no arms, no legs, no eyes, no tongue. Really, you can't be a spellcaster anymore, but somehow we find a way to make psionics. Anyway, does a similar thing for you, so it goes over your past mumbles and your present and mumbles. Comes to your future, his eyes glaze over, he looks at you with this glazed expression as he holds his hand over the 3rd card. And says to you that I see you in a vault, surrounded by books. History, religious, arcane, everything is here. Yet, this isn't a good place. This is a terrible place. Dark place. Cold. And snaps straight afterwards. Oh, I didn't sound demonic then, did I? It looks like to everyone else.
I think demonic so much. I'm more just out of it.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. I was just like thinking, Harlon, how would you feel about this?
Reminds me of the past too much.
Oh, fun times. But anyway.
Hey, there's always a chance to rewrite your future.
This moment of silence.
Indeed. Who's next to have their fortune read?
I could go next.
Okay, but what?
I'm tempted to call Siren, like, Siren, have your fortune told. I mean, what?
Zyron's not here. So Zyron does not get his fortune told, unfortunately. Now for Berthois, the little French kitty.
Yes, and also there is the fact that I'm actually going to incite everything this guy says, just like Neil.
That's fine. He gives you your past and your present in much the same way as the quick murmur, and it's an interesting card to get. Meanwhile, it comes to your future, and again, it's the glazed look. And almost dead-eyed, not really glazed.
Oh, God.
I see you on a battlefield. No, not a battlefield, a massacre. Everyone is dead. Friends, enemies, comrades, family. Betrayed, betrayer. So many names, so many choices. And yet your hand is bloodied, your fingers are missing. And no gold coin can be held. And then snaps too.
So how many insight checks I need to roll?
Just one.
Never mind.
You're a bit skeptical. That's a good way of putting it. Like, the future's not written.
Yes, the future is not written yet. we write our own futures.
And lastly, dear Daddy-O. For you, it's much the same as before. He reads your past and your present, and finds interesting that you've pulled some very peaceful cards from the deck despite your past. Glazes over, and then Dario's future is read out, and he says that it does not end well. You will find yourself forever roaming the battlefield. There will be a hunger, but not for food. There will be a thirst, but you cannot drink and quench it. You always will find yourself seeking battle. Even on those peaceful days, you will battle yourself, just to make the days seem more enjoyable. And that was Dario's future.
Right.
And this is when Tom's just come back from grabbing dinner.
I got released from work early because somebody decided, or something decided, to knock down an overhead line.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Our property and 60 of the properties were all knocked out.
oh, lovely. Well, that's fun. I'll DM you your fortune as it was read to you. Shall be an interesting one, to say the least. But it's up to you if you want to insight Cuthbert to see if he was being honest or what have you.
Oh god.
What?
This is what Tom's put in the Discord chat. It's up to you.
Ouch.
Just say the word and things can happen.
I'll just go to insight check.
Okay. Much like Betois, you don't believe much of what he said. You know, the future is not set in stone. He sits there and he puts all the cards away and shovels them back into his sleeve and back into his pocket. And there we go. That's all your fortunes read. And as promised, a legitimate bag of holding that will not harm you or damage you in any way, shape or form. And yeah, there we go. Everyone's happy.
Alright. Alright. I'm just gonna thank you for possibly terrifying us with your future tarot card thing and stuff, and good day to you, I guess.
Great, lovely. Goodbye. And hurries you all out the door.
Yeah.
And has a go at Carrie, the gargoyle that's on the door, and tells him that he should have never have let these people in the first place. So then he slams the door behind you all, and you are left on the street, puzzled, bit insightful about your own future, possibly.
Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
Well, unless anyone has anything left to do in Ruthven,
Indeed.
I guess we should go to Ember Mine and tell them the good news.
Well, as you leave, before you get too far, Betois, you hear a whistle from behind. Although somewhat muffled, the gargoyle does have a ring shoved in his gob.
And well,
Oh, Catman, before you get too far, he gives you like this sly wink. Don't forget, it's gonna be a good time.
What?
Oh. Well,
Is he flirting with you?
I'm actually gonna insight check
Go for
that as well.
it. Inside check, inside check, inside check, insights everywhere.
Yes. There we go.
Ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, he is actually being quite truthful. Like, he is flirting with you.
I will go back
He's
to
flirting
the
with
door.
The door knocker. It's a sentient door knocker. It's called Gary. It's Gary the Gargoyle.
And I will take the ring.
As,
And,
as you pull on the ring, it's like, oh, steady on now. Steady on now.
mhm.
My safe word is elm.
Fade to black.
Damn.
So good to finally get that character out in the open. I sat there and thought, I could save it for later.
Mhm.
But it's such a perfect opportunity.
No.
I will be back later.
Oh, don't be a stranger now.
And Batola, as he hears that, he says goodbye and walks to the back to the group.
Okay. So, you guys make your way back to Embermine, yes?
If no one else has anything else left to do, then I guess.
No, I don't think there's anything else.
Okay then. It takes you, once again, a few days to walk to Embermine, as you'll currently have no horses and no means of transport. Sergeant Thatcher, of course, who joined you weeks prior, joins you back on the road, and is appreciative that you guys managed to do this without slaughtering a lot of innocents, because he feels like you're going to need to strengthen the days to come. He's been hearing some very dangerous rumours on the road and in the various inns and that around town.
Oh, what sort of rumours? I'm intrigued.
Okay.
That the flirtation actually didn't help because I was listening to this song.
Oh no.
Oh no. No, I'm
Yeah.
not doing David's voice.
I was
Okay.
more thinking I'm from Avenue Q if you were gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many rumours does he get? Oh, okay, it's only a crappy one.
Nobody knows.
Right, so he points out that the Valencian army, not the Venetian army, different thing
I was
entirely.
gonna say.
The Valencian forces have managed to take Hillside,
Oh.
so that's now in Valencian hands.
Oh. Okay.
But right now, that's not the main problem that he's concerned with as such. He says, trying to paint the map so you have a line. There. And there.
Okay.
Rhodes is currently staying neutral in all of this. But he did get a report that Embermine has started to make its move and get sort of artillery teams drilled and ready, and they might try and make a push for Barrowham
Okay.
with a small strike team, and that might cut off Elvish reinforcements if they are coming by sea, or they might be coming through roads. He doesn't know. the town of Rhodes might actually be what's been giving Valencia so much extra oomph.
So, well, once we get back to Ember Mine and report to, Walker and other important people, would Rhodes be our next best bet?
That's down for you all to discuss. Just putting on the
Where are we
table top for
heading?
everyone. So you're currently going to Ember Mine to finish off your current quest, which is basically get allies, which you have done.
Yes.
You managed to pull Ruth in on side.
Do. Yes, and I get a short rest.
Indeed, you get your spells back on your first night's rest.
Woo.
Sergeant Thatcher, who joined you from Ember Mine, and technically is Dario's subordinate. Tom, I know that's you. I don't even need to think. I know that was you. You're the only one that knows that.
Oh god.
I know he's pulled that from as well as Blackadder.
Well, you do say I have a relationship with this guy like Melchett.
Yeah, that's true. Captain Walker is basically General Melchett.
Oh.
Only with a bit of a tactical brain behind it. Anyway, so Ember Mine and Ruth are now going to be allies. Sergeant Thatcher was informing you that Valencia has made a push. They've taken the town of Hillside.
Yeah.
So they've now pushed over the river. Rhodes is remaining neutral, but he's not sure if they're not helping Valencia without declaring it, if that makes sense. Since they're getting elfish allies somehow, and the only way people have ever met the elves is by boat. So they must have sailed in. And Rhodes is the only port near to Valencia. It's doubtful they got ships up the river, or they could have got them in through Barrowham and on that coastline, but it's unlikely. Ember Mine, on the other hand, is not been sitting idle. It's got its artillery teams already in drilling, and then they will make a strike for Barrowham directly. And that is all the news for you. In the meantime, though, we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
So feel free to chat amongst yourselves for a bit,
Yeah.
as we shall be back soon. So don't go anywhere, folks. We shall be back in just a few moments with some more Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes.
Yes.
Have fun, everybody.
Oh boy. My gosh. I need to take some cold medicine and all that jazz. Yes. Oh, where was water? No. Ah, man. Got it. Ah, there we go. Okay. So I guess, yeah. I hope everybody else is doing okay and doing fine and dandy.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah,
Quite
Just-
well, yes.
Had a lot going on.
yes.
Ah.
And there we go. Just put it down.
Daisy, just before I came on, I was-
And-
a little bit late coming on because Daisy decided she was going to jump up on the bed.
yeah.
But there was a bag there. She
Yeah,
put her
okay.
claws in the bag and did a Lion King off of the bed.
Oh,
Fell on her and it scared her.
So what have I been doing? What have I been doing? Oh, yeah, so I finally managed to finish that bloody pencil drawing that I had to draw upside down. Well, I say I had to draw upside down. Just one moment.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yeah, I just didn't think anyone would like to hear the sultry sounds of my sniffing,
Yeah.
as I'm currently fighting a cold.
Yes.
But other than that, anybody been up to much?
Not really.
There it is.
My nights have been pretty much doing things like, well, playing some Assassin's Creed Unity, Fallout, what have you.
Hmm. Yes.
Which I'm going to continue after our adventure this time finishes
Yeah.
for the night.
Oh, and finally managed to resolve the mystery of why I've been getting these red blotches on my arms.
Oh,
Apparently, I don't know who got like the new washing up detergent and that, but turns out that's what's been making my skin go all blotchy. It's like an allergic reaction. I fucking knew I wasn't allergic to anything apart from possibly whatever's in the friggin' washing powder or washing conditioner. I knew I wasn't like in any serious sort of trouble or whatever.
oh, also I kinda found a perfect entrance music for Liam.
Oh yeah. Oh, for Ring Warriors.
Yes.
Sweet.
But
I'm intrigued.
it has to be taken from a certain spot. It can't be taken from the beginning. It goes because the lyrics are so fitting.
Okay. Well, I already figured out my theme, like sort of music for Lavanya. I'll like private message or whatever or something like the link in that. So
I'll private message you my link of that music.
okay, so
There we go.
okay.
And I just now realized that the song is actually based in Dark Souls.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Aha, there we go. Oh, you're doing it over Discord? Fine, I'll do the same to you. There we go. And I shall give this a little listen.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back.
Ooh, that looks actually so good. I have to look it up after the stream.
Yeah, look it up. It was like pretty good. Yeah, Foxy and I were discussing like our characters' themes for Ring Warriors. From
Wrestling theme entrance music.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Alrighty then. Also, I'm developing a terrible hiss, so apologies to anyone listening. I know it's no one on Discord because everyone's quiet, so it's my end, but I can't figure out what's causing the hiss.
Yeah. I'm actually trying to contain my excitement that it's under a month and I will get a new phone.
Ooh.
What phone are you getting?
I'm getting Blue Yeti
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, that's a good
with a
mic.
stand. And shock mount.
Ooh.
Very good.
Yes.
I love the Samsung, it's nice. I only wish it actually fitted on the arm a bit better because it's currently too heavy.
Yeah.
So it's not doing the springs any good.
Yeah, that is actually true.
And it doesn't fit on its arm properly or anything like that.
Yeah, I would actually recommend for you, your voice quality is really good, but I would recommend for you maybe checking out the Audio Technica 2020 AT 2020.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't have a lot of money these days.
It's like $100.
Really don't have that much spending money these days.
Yeah.
D&D is a rather expensive hobby.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it's
is.
true. Especially if you're a dice dragon like myself.
And it's not really more dice tracking, it's more the fact of I want some models. I want some very specific models. I either have to A, make them myself, which means going down to Games Workshop and buying said models and modifying them, which is expensive because Games Workshop has a massive price markup on its own stuff.
Yeah, it does.
Or I order a whole bunch of them 3D printed, which then have to be shipped in because they're going to be either made in the US or made in China. And Customs likes to bite any imports.
That is very true.
Although soon I will have the Vox Machina stuff I'm super excited for.
Woo!
Ooh.
Yes, I'm so excited for that as well.
I also would need a new graphics card, which would be the 1000 series, or then past the mark of 1060, and some more RAM.
The NVIDIA 1080 Ti is actually a fairly decent card, price-wise.
Yes, it is.
Well, when that came out, everyone was like, oh, it's not going to beat the Titan, the Titan's meant to be the best, and it demolished the Titan.
Yeah. That is actually very true.
Right. So, are we all ready to go on to part 2 of tonight's little game?
Yes. I'm totally ready to roll some dice and kick ass. But I'm rolling virtual dice, so I'm probably gonna have to kick ass.
You're rolling virtual dice, and you are kicking virtual ass.
Thank you.
Do you know what? That's got to be a good one for a barbarian. I've come to roll dice and kick ass. Where's my D12 gone?
Ooh. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm totally gonna take that, or something along the lines. I haven't done mine.
No, go for it.
Yay.
And that's why I say everyone uses their gum to chew bubble gum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubble gum. So, we join the party of the Burning Soul, having recently completed their job in Ruthin, and you return to the city of Embermine in the east. Your travel has been uneventful. We have met no travellers on the road or any such. And as you return to Embermine, the city is the epitome of industrious. There are heavy carts moving back and forth, being pulled by oxen, teams of dwarves, men, half giants. A smell of thick industrious smoke fills the air. You can hear the sounds of whirring machinery, people yelling, people shouting. Soldiers march through the city in formations and groups. The sound of drums and everything else. It's the cacophony of busy. But where do you guys wish to go first?
I would like to go to see have they made any progress on my blades.
Ah, your special order.
Yes.
I'd actually forgotten how we were handling that. Last I have here was not promising. Anyway. Okay then. So, Betois, you go off and do that little thing. What about everybody else?
I mean, I would just like to see how Orsic is getting on. Like, just check on him.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of thing. Yes.
Anyone else?
Thing really?
Don't jump in all at once, guys. Man.
That's fine. I know what someone's job has to be whilst they're here. So I can note that down really quick. Alright. So, first of all, Betois. You go back to the underground hideaway for the Hatters Assassins Guild. As you enter, the shopkeeper looks over to you and goes, "Ah, good day, good sir. How can I help you on your hat, perhaps? Maybe an improvement on your waistcoat?"
I'm actually looking around the shop. Is there anyone there?
The shop is currently empty. It's just you and the lonely little shopkeeper.
I came here to inquire about my special order.
Well, sir, we have many special orders on the line at the moment. You will have to be more specific. With a perchance new cufflinks, a custom belt? Was it a waistcoat?
It was a piece of equipment which is meant to hurt.
Ah, a pair of cufflinks it is. And he pulls the lever underneath the desk, and you watch as the countertop flips over, and you can see a variety of weapons beneath a glass display. And he pulls out a small ledger from inside the glass case and flips through it and goes, "Nope, nope, no, here we go. So, young Master Betois, you were inquiring about some of our famous blades."
Yes.
"I'm afraid they're not available to you."
Oh, how come?
"Your standing with our establishment is not at a required level,
Ah.
so you'll have to earn your way, as it were." And he pulls out a slip of paper and hands it to you. It's already folded. It has a little wax seal with a hat seal on it. And these are for you. Please open them and read them in private.
Okay, I shall.
And it is upon completion of the job that things will go well. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day, and if you ever inquire yourself for a hat, do please stop by. He closes the ledger, puts it back, turns the stuff around so now it looks like a regular hat shop again.
And I shall return at a later time. See you in the future. And just walks out back to, would we say, civilization?
Yeah, you come back onto the street again. There are people milling around. It's busy as old Smeg.
I'm actually going to find a tavern now and inquire about a room.
Fair enough, and we'll get back to you in a second. With that, Nil, you go to find Orsig.
Yes.
You find him working in a small little workshop. He has a couple of apprentices, and he's just yelling at them in Dwarvish, and they're young Dwarvish lads. They mean well, but they really don't know the right end of a hammer if it came around and smacked them in the face. Sees you approach, he goes, Nil, me lad. Glad you can make it. Could you give your frosted out a hand? These apprentices are absolute bloody rubbish.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, of course. What do you need me to do?
And he hands you a whole load of unfinished blank, what would be sword templates. They've already been like put through the forge once. They just now need to be beveled and sharpened and all the rest of it. Just like, could you just sharpen these and give them a decent edge?
Yeah, sure thing. And as I go to do that, I sort of go, this may sound a bit sudden, but I don't suppose you heard anything about my dad, have you?
No, lad, I haven't.
I kind of wonder whether he's... I don't know. I don't want to think that he's gone, as in... dead, sort of thing, but... It's been 10 years since... he dropped me off... it's been 10 years since he sort of dropped me off, to you, and I just don't know why he hasn't come home yet.
I'm sure he has his reasons, lad. Anyway, don't get distracted by what ifs. Get distracted on what now. Or a bigger what if of what will happen if you don't get those blades sharpened.
Yes, sir. And yeah, it'll just continue sharpening the blades and just trying to focus on them, but to sort of push the thoughts of his sort of dad out.
Yeah.
Well,
whilst you're in the middle of that, he does send you something very nice in a wrapped cloth.
Ooh.
I also made this for that human fellow, Dario, I think his name is.
Oh. Yeah, Dario. What is it?
You can unwrap it if you like. Just make sure you wrap it up before you give it to him.
I carefully unwrap the cloth.
Inside the cloth, there is a wonderfully sharpened bayonet. Now, it should fit to his rifle just fine, and even made it with a little dwarfish touch. It might do some nice things. Although I understand that you know a bit of magic, so you might be able to do the last finishing touch.
Oh, like any specific sort of magic that you need me to do? I mean, how did you even find that out? I mean, I've been trying to hide it away from you, but I guess
You've been touched by something I don't want to know. I'm not a big fan of magic. If it is going to be magic, it might as well be from either Odin, Tyr, or Freya.
well,
All I know is you've been touched. You can at least do a better job than I can with my hammer.
well, when you put it like that, like any sort of specific magic that needs to go in this bayonet?
The bayonet's already enchanted, it just needs to be attuned to the rest of the weapon.
Okay, then. So would I have to, like, bring the bayonet to the... Well, out of character, would I need to, like, bring the bayonet to the gun?
Yes, you need to basically put the bayonet on the gun, do the last little bit of enchanting work, which is easy for you to do now at your spellcasting level. And then Dario's musket will be further upgraded.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
And it's magically upgraded for the time being.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, as soon as I find Dario, I'll let them know and do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or as an alternative out of character, and if you really want to go down a different path,
Oh.
you could always attach it to your metal arm.
Oh.
After all, there's no bones and the joint work is a simple jointage. So that forearm, that's about a bayonet. You could just slot it on in there, and then suddenly you have a magical hand.
Well, I have a magical Swiss Army knife. That's what I'll have. Yeah, Swiss Army knife. Ha! But anyways,
I leave the choice to you.
Ooh. No, Borsig asked him to give it to Dario. He will give it to Dario. He's an honourable half-orc.
Alright then. So, speaking of Dario and the rest of it.
Uh-huh.
Hi Tom. I don't know how much of what's been going on you've heard.
I heard I kind of had to rush from the other end of my room.
Okay then.
Or something.
So, just to clear you in, you're currently back in Embermine. You hand over the paperwork to Captain Walker, who thanks you and gives you the meatiest handshake you've ever had off of him. Thanks you for your good service and good reward. And as such, he has been ordered by the ruling council of Embermine that the party known as the Burning Soul will now be brought under their request every now and again, and you will be their official leader. So congratulations, you have a promotion and a paycheck.
Ooh.
Hey!
And as such, Sergeant Thatcher will remain in town at your disposal as and when you need him. He will be your direct line of communication between the council, him, and you guys. To which Thatcher just sighs and realises now that that wonderful week he had off is now gone. Possibly forever.
Aww.
He appreciates it and everything, but it's just... I was enjoying, like, the easy jobs, and now I've just been stuck with this lot. Great. Cheers, Captain. So, what's on the docket then if we're still here? And Captain Walker then hands orders down to you, Tom, to filter to the rest of the party. and that is Barrowham. It's a vital village. We know that a lot of our current influx of refugees came from there, and that Valencia for some reason wanted it abandoned, and why we don't know. We don't particularly like it. We also know that they have managed to take Hillside with a considerable elven contingent. As that's our last intelligence says. So you and your party of the Burning Soul are being put to work. Consider this your first official mission in the war effort. You are to find a way into Barrowham, and then from there try and locate any elven encampment and kill a captain. And he hands you a docket, which I haven't uploaded to Roll20 yet, but in it you have like a full portrait of an elf, the insignia that he has on his back, almost like a full intelligence dossier on the man, and just says, "This man needs to go." Am I made perfectly clear, Dario?
Perfectly. But obviously I'll have to see who this man happens to be.
Yeah, again, I'll have to upload the documents to Roll20. But he does look a little bit familiar. It's almost like the same elf that you met back in Ruthin during the negotiations. But anyway, salute to you and wishes you good luck. You'll have to go without Sergeant Thatcher, unfortunately. He would like to keep Sergeant Thatcher for his own personal use for the time being.
Okay. If you insist, an order is an order, after all.
Anyways, dispatch you and your team at the earliest opportunity. Feel free to stock up on supplies and ammunition should you need it. Best of luck. Dismissed. And with that, I leave it to you guys. How do you want to play all this out?
I suppose I better meet up with Dario and talk about the bayonet thing. So I don't know where on earth we're gonna find each other because we haven't really discussed anything.
No, you guys just went on did your own separate thing. So you can either catching each other in the street, meeting one of the local one of the local pubs. It was the Mouldy Pick or the Broken Tankard, I think it was.
Or the Broken Wheel, something along the lines. Let's see, what do I have? Okay, I don't really have anything that would be like, hello, can you come along? Oh wait, hold on, what's in the loot bag? Okay, there's no sending.
No, there is message.
There is message. That you could reply to this message. Wait, what? Wait, we have message? I mean, not that I'm complaining.
No, just as a spell you could get.
Well, I mean, I don't actually have message as a spell, so... No, you know, well, I mean... I'm just trying to think. I mean, I would most likely find Dario, at, that place with Walker and that.
The pub.
So... The pub.
No, Captain Walker and that will be in the town hall.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
So-
at the bar. In the pub.
Alright, I will find Dario in the pub. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I will find Dario in the pub. Hello, Dario. I mean,
Yeah, the two of you. I believe it was the Broken Pick and the.
yeah,
something
I
else.
think it was the Broken Pick.
But either way, the Broken Pick is a place you both know. You both are welcome there with open arms. But while you're also there, they give you rooms for
Yes.
free.
Yay!
So the three of you can all reconvene.
Okay. So Dario, Orsic asked me to give you a little something, and I reveal the wrapped up cloth with the bayonet inside.
Seriously, I didn't look at him that, Addy. Okay, I know what you said last week, but seriously, I did not look at him in any way, okay?
It's that he's not really, he doesn't really swing that way, but that's besides the point. The point is, it's more something that would benefit your gun, as it were, whatever you call it. Yeah, and just sort of hands the bit cloth with the bayonet thing to you.
Thought you were just going to stab me. Seeing that last week you threatened to kill me.
Only if you do something. that
I
he
mean,
doesn't
I
like.
wasn't looking at in any way bad that would result in you going, oh, by the way, I got this, pulling out knife. Shing!
Shing.
Ah!
Yeah. The only thing he asked, the only thing he asked me to do is enchant the. Actually, would I have enchanted the thing beforehand, or oh no, wait, I'd have
No,
to attune it to the gun.
Yeah, the bayonet was already enchanted. You just needed to shove bayonet onto rifle, and then attune the rest of the enchantment to the rifle
Okay.
overall.
Yeah, this yeah. So I just, yeah. The thing is, I need to attune this bayonet to your rifle, as it's imbued with a little bit of magic, and I think that would help you hit your marks and what have you. That does mean I'd have to borrow your rifle for a bit, but it's completely for your own benefit. So, yeah. Yeah, this is awkward, given what happened last week.
No, just hand you the gun and you just go, I got a gun, I got a minigun, and just go running off.
I just go bang,
So
bang,
they
bang.
aimed it at you, just fumbling with the trigger, going, so it's this one, right? Boom. Yes. Yes, it was definitely that one.
Yes.
I think Christy got the joke more.
No. But yeah, oh man, I'm trying to think.
Well, I'm sorry I give you the gun if there's something that will help shoot a bit more straighter.
Yeah,
But on its side.
yeah, of course, and yeah, of course. No, yeah, of course. Yeah. How? Okay. Question, out of character. How long does it usually take to attune something to another thing?
It would take for this thing to attune the best part of 3 hours.
Okay.
Hours per spell
Yeah.
level.
Okay. In that case, then, yeah, I would probably need about 3 hours or so. So, but then after 3 hours, yeah, it's all yours.
But as I said, I'm not moving its side. So if you need it 3 hours, you need me for 3 hours.
I mean, you're more than welcome to be there when I attune to it. If it makes you feel any better.
It's no question of if, but where, when, and how. I'm there.
No, oh my. No.
Oh my.
I mean, I mean, we could do it now, since I don't really have anything else better to do. It's up to you.
Whatever.
All right, I just didn't want you to rush your drink and everything. That's all.
It's okay. It's in a glass. It's portable.
Oh, fair enough. And I suppose we'll go to a secluded bedroom for attunement shenanigans.
Bow chicken, wow, wow.
I say.
Yeah, and fade to
Somewhere
black.
far in the distant past, Tea and Biscuit suddenly sneeze whilst Gin lies between them, going, What? What have I done, ladies?"
Oh God! And then suddenly, in the distant sort of past, a certain halfling cleric would feel a shudder down his spine and going, "Ugh."
That happens most of the time, though, true. Anyway,
Anyways,
you guys spend the next 3 hours enchanting Dario's musket. And Dario, here is your new enchantment for the musket. Once per long rest, when you make an attack action with this weapon, you can choose to, instead of do a normal attack, cast Fireball.
oh,
You must still make the misfire chance, so you still got to roll a d20 on a 1 or a 2, the gun will explode on you. But otherwise, yeah, it's basically, you can now cast Fireball once a day.
oh, what game does that remind me?
In my sheet.
I will have to figure that out. You can certainly make a note of it. There should be a way of doing it. I managed to do Marlon's Staff of Power.
Like to
do basically the modifiers. So like he now has +2 saves, +2 spell attack, +2 AC.
Okay.
Couldn't quite get the spells across, but
in terms of, like as in just sort of highlighting the spell and like sort of bringing it across.
well, then more like this is the Staff of Power. It allows Marlon to do Fireball at 5th level, as opposed to being at 3rd level, or even using up the spell slots for 3rd level. That's kind of the whole point of it. It was like more spells, more power.
There probably is a way, but I think I would have to like sort of take a bit of time to actually say, okay, this is how you do it.
Yeah. But anyway, that's the important thing for Dario. His musket now has Fireball as an enchantment. Once per long rest. Although it does have the chance of exploding on him. So you could all sit there and go, fire the fireball, and then Dario could just kill you all with one fireball.
Oh God.
Just FYI.
Yes.
Be great. So, with that, Betoir, do you wish to read your assassination list?
I shall go to my room and open it there.
Okay. As you go upstairs into your room in the quiet seclusion, you break the wax seal and open the piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
You have been charged by the Order of the Hatters on the usual creed, yada yada yada, to take out a Valencian, not a Venetian, a Valencian nobleman.
Okay.
The intelligence cites him that he'll be going to what was Barrowham
Okay.
at some point in the next 5 days.
Okay.
To complete the contract, he must be slain by your hand and no one else's.
Okay.
and they will know if you are successful because they will be watching.
Alright.
And that's all the note says. It gives you like a name and a rough
Description.
a rough description and a rough sketch of what they look like.
Okay.
So you can at least identify them in the crowd quite happily, but you won't know for definite until you actually like sit there and go, yes, that's the target.
Mm.
So there's your target.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, my last victim for the evening, Marlon.
Yes.
A mighty wizard of the arcane arts. As you mill about town, or mill about with the others, however you wish to go about it, you are approached by an elderly man, pretty wise-looking beard. He looks at you and goes, "Are you by chance Marlon?"
I might be.
Well, in case that you are, and I suspect you are, and he hands you a small letter, you are being given, oh sorry, my poor grammar, you have been given a request to come to Sterling and study in their great library.
Sounds interesting, but no thank you.
Well, the offer is still there for you. The letter will grant you and only you access to its most secure arcane library.
No thank you. I much prefer finding my recipes outside.
In that case then, young one, I bid you good luck in your spell crafting and cookery.
Thank you.
And wanders off.
Well, I messed up your plans now.
No? No. Fates are interesting things. They weave the fabric of reality in very large warps and wefts.
That's like the whole backstory of Marlon, is that he's left the libraries and that.
I am
Of
aware.
my great big group of dragons and that you know that wanted to study bad things. And it was like, no, screw this. I want to go and make sweets.
Oh, don't
Good
worry.
one.
I am well aware. I know what's in Sterling's library. You don't. So, with that, ladies and gents, do you wish to do anything else for the rest of your evening? Here in Embermine. By that resounding silence, I'm going to assume that you don't wish to do anything for the rest of your evening.
No, I don't think so. I think everybody's nothing to do with your writing, but I think everybody's fallen asleep.
No. Here I am.
So-
It's been a long day.
Has been a very long day. So, night comes, you will have a nice restful sleep. And dawn breaks. You will have your various things to do. And with that, we shall call an end to tonight's session.
Ah.
So, have fun for next week, everybody. I've got evil things planned for you. So many
Good
evil
dad.
things.
Ah.
But still, you have your current plans now of go back to Barrowham. Get back home.
Yes.
Da-da.
So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed tonight's little session.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah,
Good.
I had some things planned, and you guys managed to not only break them, but also somehow complete them. I'm glad you all like the door knocker, though, Gary.
Yeah. The ending of my safe word is elm.
Oh, he's a door knocker. There are a lot of things you can have as a safe word.
Yeah, indeed.
It just reminded me because on Shrek the Musical, which Pinocchio says at one point, "Damn, this is worse than that time I got Dutch elm disease from Tijuana."
Yeah.
Which is obviously a reference to
That was a poor choice of safe word. Could have gone my safe word is oak. And then there would have been like too many Pokemon memes.
Yes.
Ah,
Are you a boy or a girl?
did you just assume my gender, Professor? Yes, I
Oh,
did.
we did that. At the work meeting, we had to like look at a picture and sort of remember things about it. And one of the questions was their handbag stolen, and it was a woman. And then we said, but you can't just assume that it's a woman. You can't just assume
No, could have been a
the
man.
woman having their handbag stolen.
Could have been a man or a wag.
Yeah, who knows?
Who
Who knows
knows?
who was on that?
So, anyway, thank you all for joining us. We shall be back next week with the same usual chaos, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes.
Until next time, everybody, we shall see you then. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.